Hey YouTube, hey Days of Our Lives fans, get ready for another surprising week in Salem. Philip is back, but Stefan now is on his way out. We saw someone too shockingly attack Stefan, right when Stefan decided to not end his marriage with Gabby, but now it looks like there's a huge twist in this story, as Stefan now will be thrown into the trunk of a car and held captive, taken to a remote location. It looks like Vivian could be the one behind this. Spoilers say Vivian stopped Stefan from seeing Gabby. And it looks like Stefan won't be seeing Gabby for a very long time, as it looks like Brandon Barash now is going to be off canvas for now. Vivian sent her henchman Ivan to subdue Stefan, so we'll have to see what Vivian exactly is up to here. But this is a shocking development, so stay tuned. Things are also going to get intense this week between Xander and Philip. Philip Kyriakis, of course, is back, just in time to save the family company, Titan. Spoilers say Philip foils Xander's plan. Of course, Xander wants to give Titan to Kristen so that he can get that serum to cure Sarah's spinal cord injury. But Sarah and Justin pleaded with Xander not to do this. Xander's mind, though, is made up. But wait! It looks like someone blocked Xander. Philip, of course, shows up, and of course he filed an injunction to stop this deal. Spoilers say Vivian schemes with Philip this week, so maybe Vivian holding Stefan captive too could give them some leverage. Philip is going to want to wrest control of Titan away from Xander too, and at the very least prevent Xander from giving the company away to Kristen. Also, Xander makes Kristen a deadly offer this week. So will Xander go after Philip? Is Philip in danger? Stay tuned as this corporate intrigue intensifies. And over with Sarah this week, she'll be in for a shock when she finds out that Fiona is a free woman. Of course, we saw Fiona tell Sarah that the charges against her for the hit and run against Sarah were dropped. Melinda Trask was able to get EJ to release Fiona since there wasn't enough evidence to hold her. And Fiona denies now too, confessing to the crime. Spoilers say Fiona faces Sarah's wrath though, so while Fiona may be off the hook legally, she's still going to have to deal with Sarah and maybe even Xander. So we'll see what happens. Fiona though seems to have a way of landing on her feet, so we'll see what happens next. And over with the Green family this week, Kat and Mark, they're going to worry about Clyde's wrath. Steve, of course, arrived in time last week to save the day and stop Mark Green from harming Chad. Chad learned the news, too, that the woman he believed was Abigail was really an imposter named Kat. Chad fills Julian this week on what happened in Paris, and Roman and Kayla will commiserate as they discuss the fake Abigail. Steve will also inform Marlena about how Mark and Kat are connected to Clyde, and Clyde is going to want revenge now. Clyde, of course, coerced Mark and Kat to go along with his diabolical plan, for Kat to pretend to be Abigail so that she could marry Chad and gain access to the Demera fortune. Then Mark would eliminate Chad, but Steve thankfully saved the day last week. Of course, Clyde was forcing them to do all of this because he's threatening to harm Kat and Mark's mother, okay? So he forced Kat and Mark into his scheme. We'll have to see now if Kat and Mark will be in any danger now from Clyde, and spoilers say Chad gets tough with Kat. Chad told Kat that he'd make sure that she pays for all of this, so we'll have to see what happens, and I'm wondering if Chad in the future could forgive Kat and maybe the two of them could even resume their romance. Maybe that won't happen soon, but you never know. Could Chad or Steve too end up helping Kat and the Green family from Clyde? Something to consider, and maybe rescue their mother. So we'll have to see if things go in that direction. And over at Body and Soul, there's been plenty of drama taking place on the set of Body and Soul, of course. Of course, we saw Johnny's surprise birthday party where it was revealed that Johnny made a huge blunder, right? Johnny jumped to a conclusion when he thought he saw his wife Chanel in an intimate moment with Alex. But of course, that was Alex and Stephanie. And so this was a huge misunderstanding. The damage, though, was done, and Johnny said a lot of hurtful things, too, to Chanel. And Johnny also cheated himself with Joy. So now Johnny's made things worse. Spoilers say Johnny pleads with Chanel for forgiveness, And Johnny asks Joy to keep a secret, so Johnny's going to want Joy to not say anything about their tryst. Things could get complicated though when Kate hires Joy to be on Body and Soul. Joy and Chanel are also setting up to become possible rivals now too, so stay tuned as the hijinks continue on the set of Body and Soul. Also, Alex and Stephanie navigate the fallout from their on-set encounter. And both Alex and Stephanie are lucky that Kate showed them some leniency. Stephanie's job is safe, and Stephanie had assumed too after Leo told her and Paulina about the scandal that Stephanie assumed it was Alex with Chanel, and then so Stephanie was ready to even, break up with Alex on some level, but when the truth came out, Stephanie realized that they were talking about Stephanie and Alex being together. So everything seems to be okay and safe now with Stephanie and Alex's relationship, so we'll see what next steps they take in their relationship. Kate is also going to urge Chanel to give Johnny another chance this week too, so stay tuned for that. And one thing I'd been waiting to see too when the truth came out about the hit and run, that it was Fiona and not Brady, I was wondering how would Holly react to that news. Holly blamed Brady for the hit and run, but now that she's going to know the truth, will she want to fix things with Tate? Because this led to Holly and Tate breaking up. First though, Holly's going to forgive Eric this week, so it'll be nice to see that. And of course Eric will be going back to Paris to be with Nicole. And Maggie encourages Holly to go after Tate. So it looks like Holly will do just that and try to get her boyfriend back. But is it too late? Spoilers say Holly nervously waits to hear from Tate. And Holly's going to be in for quite a shock when she knocks on the door and possibly catches Tate and Sophia in bed together. Spoilers say Sophia and Tate admit they have feelings for each other too. So has Tate moved on now from Holly? Or is there still a way that Holly and Tate can repair things? And if Holly catches them, will Holly decide to end things? Holly too, it's speculated that maybe Holly and Aaron Green could end up turning to each other too. So we'll see if things go in that direction. And over with Rafe and Gabby, their cousin Javi comes to Salem. Javi could be set to be a romantic love interest for Leo too, so we'll see. Also, Leo has a Halloween nightmare this week that sounds like a lot of fun. And rumor has it Leo's dream, his nightmare, could involve Stephanie and Alex. So we'll see how this nightmare unfolds this week. It's going to be fun. And back with Kristen, she's going to try to make inroads with Brady. And maybe Brady will try to convince Kristen to just give that serum to Sarah and Xander. But Kristen isn't likely to do that. Kristen wants Titan, right? But Philip and Vivian will have a say in that this week, so stay tuned as Philip and Vivian will be scheming this week and maybe to try to get Titan away from Xander. Brady and Ava also bond this week, so now that Stefan is going to be off canvas, could Ava turn to Brady? And could things become romantic between Ava and Brady? Gabby was hoping to hear from Stefan, but now Stefan is gone, at least for now, so Gabby is going to have to move on too, and maybe Ava as well. But Halloween week promises plenty of suspense and surprises, so don't miss a moment. It's going to be a lot of fun. Watch Days of Our Lives streaming on Peacock, and I'll see you in the next video.